All right, hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for checking out this, kind of bonus tutorial video here where we are going to be talking about how anytime you create a new social or a new blog post, you can send out a social media post to all of your social media, your Slack, and even send out an email to certain people that are subscribed to get notifications for your blog. And the best part about this is a completely free software. We aren't paying for anything here except for the tokens that we are using from ChatGPT. And when I say it's really cheap, I mean we're literally using this every single week to send blogs to our subscribers and to basically send 1 to 2 new social media posts out every single week about blogs that we create, and we are spending literally less than $1 every single month. So ChatGPT is incredibly inexpensive. So that being said, this is basically free, and I want to show you how we put this together. Like I said in the last video, this is not going to be as drawn out. We're going to have more videos on this kind of automations and putting these together. But I want to show you real quick is that this is built with Make. Make is basically Zapier, and Zapier has been around for a really long time. Make's actually been around for a really long time too, but it has just picked up a lot more momentum since its recent update, and they've kind of rebranded themselves from a company used to be called Integromat, and now it's Make, and it's just a lot better, and there's a lot of quality of life things here. So we're going to be walking through it. So anyway, the way this started was there was nothing on this canvas, and you can right click and you can add a module, and that's what we did. So we started from left to right. We basically added modules, and each module is basically automating something for us. So for example, whenever we created this blog post that we just made in the past videos, we put this together using no code and AI, and you're gonna see that I didn't do anything really manually. Everything was automated for me, and the only manual part was maybe adding some of those things inside of this Airtable row and creating the thumbnail, which still was pretty quick because we used AI and we still used some no code there as well. But whenever you're actually going to post a social media post about this, you are going to have to, think about how you could summarize it. So how you could summarize this post into a couple sentences that might get someone to actually want to click it. And then you have to go into each individual platform, take that caption, place it in there, take the photo or the thumbnail, place it in there, get the link from the actual live blog post, place it in there, and it's a lot of work. And so what we want to do is basically automate the whole process, and so a really easy way to do that is to use this tool called Make, where each one of these is automating it for us. So for example, Airtable, this is our introductory trigger, and this arrow is basically designated that from left to right, this is how it's going to flow. And so I'm not going to dive into each one of these, but essentially I'm going to show you what each one of these is doing for us. So basically I said whenever this last edited field is triggered, then basically find all of the data that was in that row and submit it here. So if we were to run this, for example, I'll show you. So this last edited was in 9:42. It's like 10 o'clock now. So I'm going to quickly add the live link here, which is something I actually manually usually do, and it's important to do before we send out any of these things. So we added the live link, and as you can see now, it's 9:58, basically 10 o'clock, like I said, and this is going to trigger. So when we go in here and we say, I'm going to say run this module only. So okay, let's get rid of this. Right click, run this module only, and as you're going to see, it's going to give you this little bubble up here, and it's going to give you all this information, and it's going to show you the bundle output, which shows you the title, the link, the excerpt, the content, the image, etc., etc., etc. All of this stuff has been captured. So now that we have all this, it can be used as an input in all of these other modules later on and used as a reference in a no-code way. So for example, these are variables now, sort of like how we have variables in our Webflow website and in our CMS that they're referencing, collection items. We are going to be referencing this later on. And the first time that we are actually referencing it is whenever we're asking ChatGPT to write a social media caption for us. So I'll show you here really quickly. is, after you sync your OpenAI connection, again, really cheap, less than $1 a month pretty much, then you're going to give it a prompt and you say, can you write a summary for this blog post content? And then you're literally putting in the variable that you are grabbing from the pulsing Airtable module that's on the left here. So when I click this, I could have put anything in here. I could have put the excerpt, I could have put, last edited field. Obviously that wouldn't have made any sense, but I put the whole blog post content in here because I want ChatGPT to make a very specific social media caption for us. So, or I guess I really just said summary of the blog post. And I said, make it 700 tokens, which is basically like less than 200 or 300 words. And then the temperature, which is really like higher values mean the model will take more risks. And that's so I put it right in the middle where I wanted to take a little bit of a risk for it to make, to be intriguing, but I don't want it to be like 0.9 and it's just like completely random and weird because this is going to get posted to all my social media outlets. So this being said, this is ready to go. And then I also kind of have a shorter one where I ask for it to write a slap caption. The tokens are just smaller because I don't want it to be quite as long. And so what we can do here is essentially run this, and I am going to run this here, and you're going to see the output here in a second. But I'll quickly walk through Instagram, Facebook, Slack, like what happens whenever we put these in here. So it's really simple. Again, like I said, since all of this stuff is now referenced and used as context later on in this flow, then all we really need to do is grab the image that is from Airtable that is already listed later or earlier. So this image is already here, and we can actually just scroll over here and find it. So here's the blog post featured image, and you would just throw it in here, and it kind of gives it as a URL. And then as far as the caption goes, I'm using a pulsing, so the pulsing ChatGPT completion for the LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram caption. I'm gonna place that in here, and then I'm just gonna put some static text in here because on Instagram, you aren't able to link anything. So I just put in check out our blog, link in our bio, like exclamation point, and that's going to show up. So that's what the caption is going to be, and this is what the photo URL is going to be, and then I just click OK, and that's pretty much it, and this is good to go. Obviously I've linked my page to this already, and you're gonna have to link it, but that's easy. That's like as easy as signing into your Gmail account and then linking that to something. It's really simple. Same would be said with Facebook, except this one, you can actually pull a live URL that is taken from Airtable. It's pulsing on the left, and you can see that. But again, it's the same process, and you can do this virtually for any social media channel that is on Make. Pretty much all of them are. Twitter is a paid one that you can use, but again, Make's actually a pretty cheap platform. I don't actually pay for it. I used to use this completely free because you get 1,000 free automations a month, and this only uses like 15 or something like every time I run it. So, and I run it maybe once or twice a week, so I'm not even hitting close to 1,000. But if I was, I would have no problem paying $10 a month for this to go through because it's literally posting, it's automating, creating a summary for me, and is automating the posting process for me in all of my social channels. And just as a quick aside, it's also sending, it's using ChatGPT to create an email subject line using emojis from the blog post excerpt that's listed again from that Airtable that was referenced all the way back at the beginning of this automation. And then again from it's creating an email preview text as well. And I've linked my MailChimp so that I can make a custom, basically it's pulling my blog post audience and then the segment of a custom segment from my MailChimp, and it's creating a email campaign. So it's again taking the blog post title, and it's going to throw in all of that information. So this is from ChatGPT, this is from ChatGPT, this is from the email address, which is found inside of the most previous module, that the MailChimp that I referenced. And then I just have some HTML content in here. ChatGPT summary from all the way back on the left, it's pulsing on the left, you can see it. And then the full blog live URL, again, pulsing from all the way at the very beginning of that Airtable. That's the power of being able to pull in all the information from the database tool, no code tool from Airtable. And this is going to send an email. And that's that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do this right now so you can actually see the final result, because this is put together. I think it's solid. It's decent. I don't mind it being a post. Like I said, we literally put this together. I'm still filming this. It's been less than an hour of content, and we have put together a complete from scratch blog post, and I've been explaining this every step of the way and adding context here, and it still hasn't even been an hour. So this is how we're saving so much time in our agency, just through this kind of work and through automation tools like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make sure everything is set in here. I want to trigger the last edited to show up again. That way it just makes sure that it is, you know, a last edited thing. So that way basically Airtable is pulling the last edited. So as you can see, it's 10:05 now, and I'm going to run this automation. So I'm going to go in here and I am going to click run once. And so as you can see, it's off to the races. In seconds, we are going to have the, you know, Slack caption, or the Instagram, Facebook Instagram captions already created, Slack captions created, Instagram post is about to go live. It's live. Facebook post is about to go live. Slack post just went live. Email subject line was created. Email preview text is about to be created using all of these data inputs from before back here. And then the MailChimp email is going to be sent, and it is sent and is done. And as you can see, the scenario was completed. So we just did all of that in literally 1 minute. We did all of this in 1 minute. And the coolest part about all of this is that, again, once this is all set up for your business, you as a founder, you as an entrepreneur, you as a CEO of your company, you can literally come in here into your Notion AI. You could be standing in line in TSA at the airport, and you can write a blog post from your phone, you giving Notion AI some inputs, and then you can say, oh, looks good, sounds good, reads good, and then I'm like, okay, cool, and then you can just throw each one of those respective sections inside of a column or a field inside of an Airtable, which again, this is an app on your phone that you can use. So this is really simple, really easy stuff that you can do, all from standing in line in very little amount of time. You can even create this sort of thumbnail, for example, from your phone using Canva. Canva's app is really awesome. Like, there's no way you could use Photoshop on your phone, but if you have Canva, a no-code tool, a no-code design tool, you can do this. You can definitely put this together. Obviously, it could look nicer, but again, not too bad. And then all you have to do is, since you have this already set up, this whale sync already set up, it's going to show up as a blog on your site literally in seconds after you put in that row. And then you're just going to take this full URL, place it back into your Airtable, and then you can bookmark the make automation on your phone. That way, all you need to do is come in, sign in to Make, and then click run once, and then voila, everything is done for you. I've done this before when I've been waiting in line at TSA. That's why I keep referencing it. I've done it before pretty much every time that I'm flying and I'm waiting. I can put together a blog post in about 20 to 25 minutes on airport Wi-Fi, and I'm standing and I'm thinking, and I'm just using no code and AI to put this together for me. And yeah, let's actually just quickly check out what this looks like on the Instagram. So you're going to get a chance to see it. So go to Marketing Optimize, and then as you can see, it showed up here, and then it kind of gives a summary. So again, it's giving that summary. ChatGPT is taking it, and then it just says check out our blog, link in our bio. If we want to see what this looks like on our Facebook, then we can do that as well. So go here, and you can see on our Facebook page that you can actually have links here, which is nice. So looks like might have been a quick issue. Why is this it grabbed the wrong. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that, because yeah, it grabbed the wrong thumbnail. I wonder if that's just a bug. Maybe that's just like a bug on the Facebook side. No, it's not. But yeah, anyway, usually technical difficulties do not happen. And this could be because the link is like bugged potentially. Or the blog is just showing that as the opening graph URL now for whatever reason. But anyway, I mean, it worked for this. Like, it didn't take the wrong image for this for Instagram. So I have to actually take a look and see why it took an older image here. But again, not too bad. And again, all automated for us. So let me know if you have any questions at all. But again, this is the power of automation, power of no code, power of AI, and how you could use all this stuff to pretty much automate your social media and automate your SEO. And there are other tools that we're going to be covering on this channel, and there are going to be a lot of other techniques and tutorials on how to create some pretty comprehensive Webflow, CMSs as well as how you can use WhaleSync more and how you can use Airtable. So feel free to subscribe if you are interested in this kind of stuff. It's not really out there on the internet yet, so this would probably be a great place for you to, follow us. We're making a new YouTube video pretty much every single week, so look forward to having you in the community. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk soon.